Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Emmett Muckles. Thank you for listening to the podcast, but I have some really great information for you. We are giving away a free book. All you have to pay for is the shipping and handling, which should be about $5. Please go to emmettmuckles.com and click on the free hardcover book giveaway, The Journey of One. This book is so critical for you to understand that you are not alone, that there are principles in life to live by that will help guide you and help you to be prosperous. So please go to emmettmuckles.com and click on the free hardcover book giveaway tab and get your book today. Stay tuned for the podcast.
Welcome to the Billionaire Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Emmett Muckles. Please visit iTunes, Stitcher, or emmettmuckles.com to listen to all the episodes for free.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? This is Emmett Muckles with the Billionaire Lifestyle Podcast. My guest today is Jonathan Mittermair. I am here in Upper Austria, and this wonderful young man who is doing so much work for children and for people so that they can enhance their lives to the best. And his book, it is not translated to English, so I'm going to try my best in my best broken Deutschlander German. So for those of you who don't know, is Die Alde Aaron.
Aaron the Eagle.
Aaron the Eagle. So that's how it works. Hey, how you doing, Jonathan?
Thank you. Great. Nice being here in your podcast. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being available for the podcast. Now, you wrote this book, and I want to start off a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. What made you write the book?
I guess the reason is that I, for myself, had a very low self-esteem, very low self-confidence.
Really?
My whole lifetime. And at the end of my 20s, I did the Camino, the way of St. James in Spain.
You have to explain what that is.
It's a pilgrimage. You walk for several weeks in the northern part of Spain to Santiago de Compostela. And that was the best decision in my life. It changed my life completely, and it was like a boost in my life. And since this walk is what it was in summer 2010, everything changed. Things grow, develop personally, and in business, in jobs. So much changed. It really was life changing. And on this way, I rediscovered my great passion, and that's writing. I love writing stories, and I love teaching. So I read many books, did many seminars about personal development, mind coaching, and I teach this with my children's books.
Very good, very good. And so you've attended some of the T. Harv Eker.
Yes, I also attended his seminars, the Millionaire Mind Intensive.
Good.
Yes, it's you can learn so much how he does the seminar, what techniques they use to learn faster and more effective. And also I use some of these techniques in my lectures in schools, in primary schools. Working with kids.
So after coming out, you had this change of heart, you had this change of yourself, your self-esteem went through the roof, and you said, I'm going to produce the book. Now, here's one thing that I know. Mm-hmm. Producing a book is the easiest part, which is literally making the book. Mm-hmm. But now you're reading the book to schools, primary schools, and you're promoting the book, and it's about to come out in English. When will it be out in English?
I guess in 1 month. It's already translated. The audiobook is already available. And now we did the layout for the print edition and for the hardcover. And it's going to be printed the next days. And it will be available in about 1 month.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, we are in the month of October here, so this will be about mid-November.
Yes, mid-November, before Christmas. So if you need Christmas,
see, now that's good because Amazon will be great for before. But you also have it in French as well, correct?
In French and in Spanish, and also in Hungary.
Wow.
So it all will be published in 2017.
So when you were writing the book, how did you get someone to translate the book into those other languages? Did you have someone, or was it yourself? Did you know more than one language?
No. I had my translators, and it's kind of gift. I had written it as goals and visualized it on my vision board, and then things happened. So the people came into my life. I didn't know them before. The French and Spanish translator, it's a girl, a teacher from Austria who now lives in French. And she came to me and asked me if she can translate my books.
Awesome.
And she was so fast. I said, yes, let's do it. And 1 week later, she already had translated them.
Now, you can't hit the desk. You know that, right?
It was too fast. It was kind of too fast for me, but I said, okay, I just let things happen. And it's amazing. But you have to know what you want and write it down as your goal and visualize it on your dream book or vision board, and then miracles will happen.
Say it again. You have to dream it, and
you have
miracles
to know what you want. You have to write it down with your hand, not on the computer. Write it down with your hand. Find a picture, or Google a picture, or cut it out from a newspaper, from a magazine. Put it on your vision board or in your dream book. Mm-hmm. Watch it every day. Believe in it, and it will happen.
That is a magical statement that you made. And I am glad that you actually said that, because a lot of the times with the Billionaire Lifestyle, I give out these clues of how to move forward, how to make your life how you want to. And you just gave me some more information that says on the right track. So what is the book actually about?
The book is about a little eagle who grows up among the chicken on a farm. And so he doesn't know that he is an eagle. He believes he is a chicken. And then he meets the big eagle Magnus. They become friends, and Magnus becomes his mentor. And he teaches Aaron how to fly, how to grow personally, how to develop the skills of eagles, to have the right attitude, and then in the end he really flies like a big eagle. But how does he learn how to fly? Which the Success Journal. That's the tool and the mind coaching tool that I teach kids with this book. Use the Success Journal. Write every day at least three things, 3 successes in your life down in your Success Journal. That makes you feel more self-esteem, and yes, you have a better picture of yourself, and you feel more worthy, and yes, you grow and grow and grow, and you have more confidence in your skills, and you step out of your comfort zone, and you reach your goals.
Oh, say it again. Say it about the comfort zone. You step out of your comfort zone.
Yes, writing the Success Journal every day helps you to step out of your comfort zone. And every time you step out of your comfort zone, miracles happen.
See, that's really cool because literally, yes, actually it was today that it was released. So you guys know when we're actually doing this. I said about Americans and wherever you are, you should travel away from where you are to get out of your comfort zone, to realize that we're all the same people. We're just doing it slightly different from wherever we are. So that's a really beautiful thing. And a lot of times you teach children as well from about the age of 6
to 10 in primary schools. That's the focus of my work, teaching kids from 6 to 10 in schools. Yes.
And that's the best point in your life because you're still free. You're not too bogged down with bills and internet and girls and boys and things like that. So that's really awesome that you're making that impact on their life. And once you got the book out, which was, when was it published initially?
In December 2015. So 2 years ago. And yes, it will be published in mid-November 2017.
Okay. And what makes
the English edition?
The
German edition was published 2 years ago.
Okay. When was the Spanish version?
It will also be published before Christmas this year.
So you're doing several versions before Christmas this year.
Yes.
So we need to take this to España as well.
Yes.
All right. So what makes this book so unique versus there are some other books who are telling you, children and people, all that life has abundant. So what's unique about your book that will ring with people's heart?
Well, the book looks like a normal children's book with beautiful illustrations and a very effective and short text. But if you look closer at this book, you will discover that it's a mind coaching book, a training book. So it's like a personal coach, a personal mind coach that guides you to a better life. So you just have to take the hand. Just read the book, and it's much better than all of your best friends because you can carry it with you all the time and can read it again and again. And you will discover, every time you read this book, you will discover new things you didn't discover before. And yes, of course, the illustrations are amazing. They are beautiful.
Who did your illustrations?
It's Marcelo T. Lavalien. He originally is from Argentina, Buenos Aires, now lives in Boston at the East Coast of United States, and he's a painter.
How did you find this guy?
My parents, the layout, the graphic of my parents, my father also writes books, and he works together with a layouter.
Yeah. Illustrator?
No, he does. Who does the layout for his books.
Layout for the book.
Yes.
Okay.
And this guy is a monk in a monastery in Upper Austria.
Really?
And his twin brother is Marcelo T. Lavalien.
Wow.
So, and these two brothers, they do the creative work. So the one brother does the illustration and the other one does the layout.
Wow.
So they work together. And the funny thing is that Marcelo, the illustrator, doesn't speak German. He only speaks English and Spanish. So the one brother translates him German to Spanish. I speak to him in English via Skype. And so we do it step by step. It's very creative process.
And so it's like building a house, brick by brick. Now let's talk a little bit about this coaching technique that you alluded to. Tell me about the coaching technique, because it also comes into play with the writing down 3 times a day, correct? Yes. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, it's very powerful to let your thoughts out of your brain and find clear thoughts and write it down with your own hand.
Now, it's important that you literally grab a pen or a pencil and write this
on paper.
Because
it forces you to be clear. writing on your laptop or computer is not that powerful than writing it physically with your hand, because you have to find even more clearer thoughts.
Yeah.
You have to think before you write. You have to be very certain, very specific what you write. So that is very powerful. And the second thing is you focus on the good side in your life, the good things that you do or happen to you, and you remember them longer, much more longer, when you focus on them and write it down. You don't have to read what you write. Just writing it down helps you to be a more positive person, and you will experience even more positive things in your life, because your focus is on the positive things, and you forget negative things, or are not aware of them, because your mind, your subconscious mind, is programmed and focused on positive things.
So this is how the journal works. Mm-hmm. So now you've given a method for people to take their thoughts and literally make them into physical things, because you've put it on paper so someone can see it. It probably has a little edge to it, but it's in the real world now. And the next step is to make it to life.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I've forgotten, you write it for your own. So it's secret.
Yeah.
Because if you let other people read your notes, they may doubt it. So if they criticize you or say, oh, it's silly what you write down, it makes a bad influence to your self-confidence. So just write it for your own. It's secret to you.
So it's only for yourself that you're writing.
Yourself.
This is not like blogging or anything else.
No blogging. Don't let anyone other person read your notes, just for yourself.
See, you need your own podcast, because you need a course or something. When are you going to start the course?
The course, the podcast?
You need to start a workshop and start there, because I didn't realize how much information. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, he and I sat down and had about a beer or two before we even started this, but all this information is coming out during the podcast that I had no idea, and it's such powerful material for all of us to literally see, I did for us to literally take hold of and make a part of our life. And when you get the book, can you get the book and the journal separately?
I recommend to use both together. So reading the book is nice, but as I already said, it's a coaching book. So it is even more effective if you use also the success journal. Use both together. Read the story and also do your homework and write in your success journal every day. Yeah. And preparing for this interview, I watched a movie called The Shift. The Shift from Dr. Wayne Dyer. And in this movie, he says one sentence that really touched my heart. He says, "Don't die with your music still in you." It's a very famous quote, and it really touched my heart, because it's so true and also so tragically for lots of people. And my book for kids, Aaron the Eagle, should help. It helps kids in a younger age to start letting out their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good that you work with children, and that they can look at an adult who says it's okay to be who they are.
Yes.
And it's okay to find out who they want to be or who they are destined to be. That's pretty awesome. And how do you think overall, so you can do this with children and you can also do it with adults as well. How will this book impact adults? Because it's written for children, but I think it has a great deal of value for adults.
Yes.
So how do you think adults can See, I did it again. How adults can be a part of this book. So would you suggest that the adults get the book and get 2 journals, one for their child and one for themselves?
That would be great. And this is what I recommend. I always say my books are children books for adults.
But we're all children.
Yes, because you're right. We are still children, and it's so important to get reconnected to this inner child. Yes. Get out of the brain to the heart, to the inner voice, to the intuition. Make the connections between brain and heart. So get connected with your inner child again. And also, in this case, my book helps adults to feel again like a child. If you read this book together with a child, as a parent or as a mom, a dad, or as a teacher in school, lots of teachers work with my books in school. Then parents automatically, or adults automatically, get connected with this inner child inside of them, and so they teach kids how to use the success journal, and automatically the adults teach themselves.
So what is your... Let me restate this. Let me get my thoughts together. In the next 12 months, what do you see for yourself to be? Where will you be with the book and yourself?
Well, in the next 12 months, I see myself even get the book translated in even more languages. I'm thinking about Chinese, Arab, the big languages all around the world. But yes, my focus now is in Austria, getting things done here in Austria. And my big dream, my vision is living and working in the United States. So that's since I'm a kid. It's a dream of mine, on my dream vision board in my dream book. And all the things in my life get closer and closer to this goal, to this vision. So I feel that I'm guided from a higher power, and it feels right inside of me. And I really want this. So I feel that I'm close to this, that this goal may come true, this dream, and I do everything for this. So that's one of the reasons I translated my books to English and make them available in the English language. Start, promoting them from here in Europe. And if everything works out, I will be one day in the United States.
There you go. Now, I'm going to ask you one last question. I want you to close your eyes. I ask all my guests this. So you're sitting on your couch, you're watching television, and the doorbell rings, or then someone knocks at the door. You get up from your couch and you walk to the door and you open the door, and there is your 18-year-old self. And your 18-year-old self looks at you right now and says, what advice do you have for me at 18? What would you tell yourself?
Be yourself. Live your dreams. Do what you really want and not what other people want you to do. Live loud. Live your mission. Find your mission. Listen to your inner voice and find your calling. And then do the necessary steps. And if it's just right for you, it's okay. Nobody else has to understand your decisions. It has to be okay for yourself.
Good. Very good. Sehr gut.
Ja, danke. Here, your first German word?
No, that's not my first German word. My first German was Scheiße.
Merz.
All right, where can everybody find you? Where's your Facebook? Where's your Twitter? Where's your Instagram? If you don't have one, that's fine, but they'll find it soon enough on Facebook. So give me all the ways that people can connect. And where can they buy the book?
Can I say my
You can
domains?
say everything.
Yeah. Yes, you can find me on my website, jonathanmittermair.com.
Yep.
It's my main site, but also every book has its own site. So in English, Aaron the Eagle, Aaron with 2 A's.
Aaron the Eagle for those. Aaron. Aaron the Eagle.
The Eagle.com.
.com.
This is the English site. There you can find all the information about the book, and there you also can order the book. And it will be on Amazon too in a few weeks.
Okay. Facebook,
of course. Facebook.
Now you have to spell your name because
Jonathan. Like you write it in English with TH.
But the last name.
Mittermair. Mittermair. I always verwechsel. E is I.
Mittermair.
Meyer.
M-Air.
I always think about Schwarzenegger. He was considering to change his name when he went to the United States, but he just uses his name.
Yes, that makes you unique. That makes you stand out. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that I always say that you must do when you wake up in the morning or when you're going to bed at night. You're going to get in the shower. When you get out the shower, you're going to be butt naked, no clothes on, and I want you to scrub the steam off the mirror, and I want you to look at your body. I want you to look at your eyes. I want you to look at your face, and I want you to look at how special that is. I want you to look at just the skin from where your hair begins down to your chin. I want you to think about how many cells you have in there. Now, cells are really small, so between that two spaces, there's a lot of cells. There's probably 1 billion of them. And you're special because it took a lot of work, specific work, to make who you are. So in between that area, there's at least 1 billion cells. You've experienced at least 1 billion emotions. You've experienced 1 billion thoughts. So you're already a billionaire. So stop trying to chase material resources. Get what you need. I'm not saying be poor, but get what you need. But remember, the purpose of us on this planet is to live the life. Till next time, remember, love yourself and treat others as you would like to be treated. Till next time, peace. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you, Emmett. Thank you so much.
Dankeschön.
Danke. Alles Gute.
Tschüss.